Hi, I'm Krista. Welcome to the channel. The song that is coming in really strongly for this reading is All or Nothing by Athena Cage. And if you're not familiar with that song, it's from the movie Save the Last Dance, which was a really cheesy dance movie in the early 2000s. And the lyric I keep hearing is, "Live your dreams is not as hard as it may seem." And also the line, "Above the fear of your mind, go for it." And in this reading, I felt really connected to joy, which makes sense if Spirit's saying live your dreams, because your dreams would be connected to joy. And that is why I picked this vibrant pink color. Like, the energy is very vibrant to me. And this joyful Buddha statue. And I also felt called to use a lot of Palo Santo. I have it here, and this candle has it in it. And I also use this spray to cleanse the reading. And to me, that's Spirit really emphasizing this idea of clearing the past, of a new beginning, a clean slate, like a transition into something new, and not bringing the past into this new future of yours. But let's go ahead and pull some cards and get more information from Spirit. And just the way I keep hearing that song over and over again in my head, that live your dream. Live your dream. It's not as hard as it may seem. And my eye was just drawn to this green Sharpie marker in front of me. And it's like I'm seeing a green light, like go for it. And I just looked at the bottom of the deck that I'm holding, and it's looks like a green light. It's the heart chakra. That's funny. Emphasizing to me that this is something connected to your heart. And I feel a lot of the times these readings are connected to career or work, but this reading in particular feels like it could be anything. And I'm drawn to the word love in this reading. And I feel that's Spirit's way of saying, if you're someone that is looking to start dating, that this is your green light. That if one of your dreams is to find that partner, Spirit is saying it's not going to be as hard as you think. And I just want to preface this by, this is Spirit talking and not me personally. Because I empathize with anyone that has had to do the dating thing and get on the apps, and I've had people in my life that have had to go through that and seen the struggle in that. But these words are coming from Spirit, and Spirit is giving very tough love kind of energy to me. Like, get out there, put yourself out there. How do you expect it to happen if you're not following through? And that because of this change in energy, whatever is happening globally, that this shift that we're all a part of, they're making me feel that the challenges of the past are of the past. And again, it's that clean slate energy. And they're showing me like a sports record, boxing or something, or baseball, and how they track the stats and every time they miss and every time they score. And I feel like the past version was a lot of misses. It would have been considered a bad record, I guess. But it's as if that record has been discontinued and a new one has begun. And in this new one, this new way of tracking, there will be more wins than losses. And I feel like they want you to see this thing, whatever this is for you, they want you to see this from their perspective, not from the perspective of your past hurts. Oh, Sammy, what's the matter? My dog just groaned, and that was really weird timing because he never does that. I think he was stretching. I don't know if that picked up on the mic, but I feel like that was part of the reading, this groan of us being like, I understand what you're saying, Spirit, but man, I don't want to do that again. I don't want to have to go through that again. And that's when I hear that lyric, live your dreams, it's not as hard as it may seem. It won't be as hard as it seems this time around with this clean slate. And I just want to pull from the top, like this card is calling to me. High Council, Evolution, Information, Potential. And then this one is on the top next to it, Mugwort, Rites of Passage. It's really interesting because it's like, this is all your spirit guides and your ancestors. And I'm hearing higher angelic beings all with you, watching you go through this process. They've seen this evolution that you've made in your life. And I'm hearing they've seen and they've guided you through this transformation. And this green light that you're receiving is a part of this rite of passage. It's like something is being given to you, having gone through this energy. And it's funny, I'm looking in the guidebook and I'm trying to find this card and I cannot find this card. And it's because I wasn't looking in the right place. And with this card saying information, that kind of leads me to believe that whatever didn't work out in the past, it was because it wasn't the right place. You didn't have the right information, or information was missing, that you didn't have a guidebook, that you were doing this all on your own. And maybe that's why this high council is in the dark, because you felt like you were in the dark. Maybe this was a time in your life where you weren't as connected to spirit and you felt like you were just walking aimlessly without direction. Or maybe you were trying to connect to spirit and you felt like they weren't answering back. And I know I go through phases where sometimes I'm really tuned in, I'm really connected. I see signs all the time. I get information all the time. And then there are other times where it's radio silence. I'm talking to them, but I'm not hearing anything back. Or have questions that go unanswered. And it seems like nothing is connecting, like the alignment is out. But I have found that in those times, I think what's actually happening is they want me to rely on my own intuition. Because it's not about what spirit wants for you, it's about what is in your heart, what is in your soul. So I find those times when you feel left in the dark is when spirit is really allowing you to connect deeper into yourself. And you may have been isolated or been in hermit mode, and I get that from this card. How this little plant person is hiding behind the plant. That you may have hidden yourself while going through this process. But now they're saying to come out from behind the plant and allow yourself to be seen. And maybe that's why like this pink is so vibrant. Like it's a vibrant color meant to be seen. And I lit more candles than usual, and it's like lighting up the reading. That it's a metaphor of you coming out of the dark, out of this dark place. And the guidebook for this card says, this card has come to you because you are crossing a threshold and a prominent episode in your life is coming to a close. You need to acknowledge your accomplishments. It's time to recognize this milestone, celebrate it with a rite of passage, or perhaps you need to acknowledge a transition or lead a ritual for someone else to mark a major turning point in your life. Mugwort, an aromatic herb once thought to bestow magical protection, is calling you to perform a personal vision quest, which can mean connecting to your dreams or waking visions. There are images and messages you need to receive through the quest. Additional meanings stimulate your creative brain. And now they're showing me that Monty Python movie, Holy Grail. And it's like you're going on a quest for the Holy Grail, except the Holy Grail is you and what you want. The thing that brings you joy. Problem solving, resolution, mirror, truth revealed, and passed over loved ones, comfort, forgiveness, support. This card really emphasizes to me that coming out of the dark energy, that you have found your light through this process. And that the information that wasn't there before is now with you, that the puzzle pieces are coming together. And passed over loved one again connects me back to this high council that your loved ones, your ancestors were always there with you through this process, even when you felt alone. Like in this card here, they were always there with you. And I feel drawn to this wedding ring in this card. And I don't know if you have someone's wedding ring, that you inherited someone's wedding ring, or if this is Spirit's way of confirming the beginning of the message about if there was someone here that was looking for a partner, to try again, to put yourself out there and know that it will happen for you. But I also feel in a metaphorical sense of being married to something new, like a new project or contract, something coming into your life. And with the angel in this card, I feel it will be blessed by the angels. Adaptation, the beetle. And it says, the beetle embodies the power of subtle yet impactful change. It reminds us that adaptability isn't about force, but about navigating challenges with quiet strength and creative problem solving. Just as beetles thrive in diverse environments, you are encouraged to embrace shifts in your surroundings and uncover new paths to growth. You are being called to adjust your approach and welcome new ways of thinking. It's interesting, though, that the beetle in this card looks like it's becoming a butterfly. And that is that symbolism of transformation again. And I feel with this information, like these puzzle pieces coming together, that this new information is helping you, I'm hearing, see more options. And this card is number 2, and that to me signifies like a second chance. But I hear Spirit saying, just leave it alone, that they will understand what they need to know from this card. So I guess I'm just going to go ahead and move on. Balance, the sea lion. And on the bottom of the deck is Joy, the dolphin. And there's that vibrant pink color again. And it's funny because it matches the little Buddha here. And on the bottom of the deck is Snake. And it's funny, I was going to say snake because I keep seeing a snake in my head. The symbolism of the shedding of the old ways that you've been through. And so many readings we get this balance, this idea of balance. That you have achieved some type of balance in your life. And I'm hearing the words emotional balance. That one came out fast. Oh, there's 2 of them. Spider, which reminds me of creativity, and Vulture, which solidifies to me that death of a cycle. And on the bottom is Hawk, which to me signifies that seeing things from a higher perspective, freedom, soaring over your problems. Also, like protection from spirit, being watched over and looked after. And Spirit is showing me the adaptability of a spider. And I'm thinking of how when a spider's web gets torn down, they rebuild it. They just go ahead and start over. And that is connected to that clean slate energy. It's like a spider doesn't dwell in this energy of, woe is me, my web got torn down. They just go right back to work, building their new web. And Spirit is emphasizing to me that in this new phase, to put a lot of energy into the joy of creation. And I feel dolphins themselves are very intuitive creatures. And when I think of a dolphin, like a dolphin is very heart-led. Like they play and have fun. And everything's like a game to them. Even when they're just looking for food, they turn everything into a game. And you see them jumping out of the ocean and doing flips and stuff. Like they're really enjoying their life. And I feel that's the energy that your guides want you to take on. That joyful for life, joyful for living, gratitude, being excited about the everyday things that bring you joy. And this card says, this keen-eyed bird has the ability to see every little detail as well as the bigger picture. When this card appears, fate has its eyes on you, and the winds are shifting. It is said that the hawk carries news upon its wings, and it is sent from divinity itself to deliver it. The message should not be taken lightly, though it may seem small or insignificant. It will eventually redirect your course. And I feel like Spirit is saying these winds that we're talking about, they're divinely guided. And I'm hearing them say the winds of change are upon you, and that it's being brought in by these loved ones in spirit and by your council of angels. That it is a shift and a transformation that was always meant to happen. And I'm hearing, will you accept that? And they're showing it to me like a present, like a gift, and saying, will you accept this gift? Are you open to receiving it? And I feel like the energy of receiving is this energy of joy and creation. That joy is a very high vibrational energy. And I'm being drawn to this card. It's like you were once in this energy and now you're in this energy. And it's not that one is good or bad. It's more like the whole. that you have gone to the darkest places inside of you, and that you've been on both ends of the spectrum. You've been to both sets of emotions inside yourself, the dark side with the lower vibration emotions and the lighter side with the higher vibration emotions. And I understand this balance card now. It's like you've accepted yourself as a whole, that you love all parts of yourself. And that was the evolution that you went through. This evolution of loving your entire self, the truth of who you are as a person, that you are seeing yourself as this magical being. You see all of yourself now and you love all of yourself. And that's what is bringing in this change. That's why everything is different now. And I keep hearing, go for it. Go for it. You have the green light. Thank you to your guides for delivering such a beautiful message today. And I'm always so grateful to you for spending your time with me. If this resonates with you, please let me know. Thank you for being here with me today. And until we meet in the next reading, I'm wishing you a wonderful and blessed day.